Another day, another win. Good work.
So how you feeling about your recent play?
Not gonna lie, Coach, I feel pretty good.
So do we, which is why we think you're ready to run with the starters.
Coach, you playing with me? Oh my gosh, that's great. I've been looking forward to this opportunity.
Now, remember when I told you this is a big boy league, MP?
Mm-hmm.
When the coaches make a move like this, it puts us in the crosshairs. It puts Cliff in the crosshairs, too, because the buck stops with the general manager.
Well, like you said, it's a grown man's league, and if you can't handle that pressure, then you ain't gonna make it that far.
Glad we are understood.
Loud and clear, Coach.
It's time to prove you belong, MP. Good luck.
What's up, everybody? I see MP's made his way into the starting lineup. That's good for him, his team, the fans, everybody.
Get ready to rumble, young blood.
Odyssey in the land coming through. And both sides on the floor getting ready for the game ahead, and it's almost that time. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And our early season power rankings, of course, a lot should change over the course of the year, but this is where we stand now. You look at the Hawks. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And you know, for the Heat, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart out there with Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Heat, we've got Hero. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's prime time. And it's Ware in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, here we are, Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might keep trying some new things, tinkering a little bit, and these teams are very much works in progress.
Here's Hall, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Good on the shot.
First points of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Here's Brunson. Shot clock at 6. With the drive. And Ware pulls it down. Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Detroit Pistons. Here's Hall. At 3 off the mark. We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has she shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
From about 19 feet, the shot is good off the backboard.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And Towns throws it down.
Big time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
Here's Hall. Brunson covering, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
He'd have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Hall. Good on the triple. Hall's got 9.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra.
We talked about facing a point guard like Jalen Brunson, and he told me Jalen's got a great sense for angles and knows how to attack if anyone's out of position. We have to stay disciplined on defense. Of course, Brunson will be the focus of their attention tonight. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Out to Bridges. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, a high motor player like Mikal Bridges has got to make quick decisions. Rise and fire off the catch and shoot, Mikal.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks, guys. The Knicks went all in this summer, trading with their rivals, the Brooklyn Nets, for Mikal Bridges. In reuniting a core that won collegiate championships together, they hope to replicate that success at this level. And now with perhaps the league's top defensive wing tandem, they'll have a chance.
A big-time move for sure. And Shams, we appreciate the report. Here's Hall. It's rebounded by New York. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
And on paper, you'd call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
Oh, Mikal Bridges with the big-time strength on that finish.
Clearly a foul.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw good from Hall. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
The Heat leading by 4. And he uses the glass on the layup. Hall's got 15 points.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Brunson kicks to Towns. Takes it inside. Count it.
I'll tell you, so many different aspects to his offensive arsenal. Towns flashing solid handle ability.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed, the agility on display. Brunson the pass to Robinson. Now Hart. Towns sets the pick for Hart. And it's off from three-point range. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Hall. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. And that's now 19 points for prime time. Here's McBride. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Hall, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And so it's Miami in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one, a great performance from the field. Back to the action. Group in for the Heat. Ware's checked in. Bam Adebayo comes in for Jaime Jaquez. Wiggins is checked in for Duncan Robinson. And Primetime subbed in for Davion Mitchell. And then for New York, Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. On the court for the Knicks, they've got Karl Anthony Towns, Miles McBride out there with Jalen Brunson. And then there's Precious Achiuwa. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Well, certainly D.A. is a two-way threat.
OG Anunoby is tremendously athletic, and when he plays with this level of aggression, it's hard not to foul him.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Tyler Hero. Both free throws good from Anunoby. One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Now McBride. Last time out he had 13 points. New York moving it around. And it's Brunson missing. And it's Adebayo with the ball for Miami. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. That gives them the lead. Hall's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Pass to Achiuwa. Back to Brunson. Brunson downhill. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Hall, no good. Here's Brunson. It's deflected. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Heat lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hi, everybody. You take a look at the Heat. It's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good.
Now let's change gears back to the New York Knicks, who find themselves in a tightly contested ball game.
Even teams that have great shooters have to be.
And that's all for us. Now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Really an incredible game from primetime.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Bam Adebayo is out there with Wiggins. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's prime time. And it's Ware in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. When a team, Doris, is on a losing streak, what lessons can be learned from that?
Yeah, Kevin, you know this. Losing streaks seem to be inevitable in the NBA. The season is too long to go through without some adversity. What I think you learn is grit and how to keep fighting even when you don't have your best game available.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Hart the pass to Towns. And here's Brunson. Still yet to score. New York, no good that time either.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Shoots from the baseline, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And it's an 8-point Heat lead.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
Hall, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And watch how Hero uses a burst of speed to get ahead of the shot, managing to swat that one away.
Good on the bucket.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Hart. In the corner, it's Bridges. Anunoby outside. Hart with the screen for Anunoby. Drills it from outside. Anunoby's got 8 points.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Kicks it out to Hero. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Hero's got the lead back up to 8 now for the Heat. Pass to Hart. Back to Brunson. Left side, Towns. In the corner, it's Bridges. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. 13 points in the game.
Boy, how about that quick 3 response by Mikal Bridges?
Here's Hall. Here he goes. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Here's Bridges. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, the length and skill set is a tremendous combination for Mikal Bridges. Starting to cook a little bit.
Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
Towns a screen on Hero. Bridges misses.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Hall, that's good.
They barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Knicks trail by 9. Pass to Hart. Brunson sets a screen for Hart. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Well, there's a toughness to Josh Hart. You don't mess with him from a contact perspective. He will absorb it.
The Knicks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Bridges misses. And they're on the break. Here's Hall. And that one is hammered home.
Well, ball movement is something that Kevin Love has concentrated on. He puts a lot of stock in his ability to make guys around him better.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Miami Heat looking at a 13-point lead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out.
New group in for the Heat. Ware's checked in. Bam Adebayo comes in for Jaime Jaquez. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Duncan Robinson. And Prime Time subbed in for Mitchell. Then for the Knicks, Josh Hart, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Mikal Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. And New York, looking at who they've got, Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Hart in at the power forward. And it's Brunson missing. The Heat leading by 14. Stolen by Brunson. Inside. Rebound by the Heat. Heroes got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Hall. Brunson covering, and the layup's good off the glass. Hall's got 51. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Bridges shot, good.
The longer his career grows, the more you see Mikal Bridges put together these scoring outbursts.
Here's Hall, and got it! Another basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 15-point game. He takes it in. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
If you overplay Mikal Bridges to take the jump shot, that's creating driving lanes, and he'll take advantage.
Hall goes up and lays it nice and easy. 55 points for prime time.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Heat.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for prime time.
This guy has been shot making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Adebayo passes to Hall. It's good. Hall's got 57 points.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Towns finds Bridges. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Here's Hall, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both.
That's what I'm talking about.
I told you. Once you make the starting lineup, we're in the endorsement game now.
Yeah.
And look where we at.
Does that mean that you finally got me a shoe deal?
What? Come on, man. I ain't just get you one shoe deal. I got you 6.
Yeah, stop playing. What you mean?
all these people right here want to sign you. Okay, and they're more than happy to come to terms with us. All you got to do is tell me which one you want to go with, and we golden.
Bruh.
Great choice.
Yo, I cannot believe I'm getting paid to wear sneakers, man. This is the kind of thing that we dreamed about back in Plainview, man.
And this is just the start, okay? Look at the names on the spreadsheet. These are all the companies you can work with if you keep going the way you're going.
Yo, I appreciate all this, man. You putting in work, bro.
Come on, man. That's what you pay me for. This ain't no charity. I'm here to help you maximize your brand. Nothing left on the table.
Hey, respect, man.
Hey.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
this
no
is
doubt.
major, man.
No doubt.
All right.
Looking good, MP.
They call this place the phone booth. So dial up a W. The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Special thanks to Skylar Cole for that. Lovely performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back, folks. Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And let's check Miami's starting lineup. Hero and Jaquez Jr. out on the perimeter. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Hall in at the one. And for Washington, we've got Sarr, George out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Jordan Poole, and it's Carrington in at the 2. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Pass to Middleton. Back to Poole. Oh, they get a hand on it. Fast break. Here come the Heat.
That is what I'm talking about. Wow.
And that one is hammered home.
This is how you execute in transition, getting all the way to the cup.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Now here's Poole. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, whenever Jordan Poole is out there, Brent, you expect some highlight reel moments.
Well, there's no doubt that Jordan Poole's the kind of player that's going to take some chances. And sometimes it doesn't go so well. But when the times pay off, B.A., it is spectacular.
All right, Grant, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
And Hall gets it to go. And big-time congrats in line for MP, signing his first shoe deal.
And MP had the same dream as a lot of young players before him, playing in the NBA in a pair of Jordans. Now that the dream's been realized, I'm sure MP couldn't be happier.
Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
A bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Poole, the rebound by Ware.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Here's Hall. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Poole, the pass to George. Inside. Picked it out of midair. Here's the break. And Hall gets it to go. Hall's got 11 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
George outside. To the inside. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. The Wizards, second.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor. Always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
Kispert's checked in for George. Here's Hall. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 13 points in the game.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Poole for 3. Knocks down the long J.
What a critical bucket. This game could have gotten out of hand early if they allowed that run to go much longer.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Here's Sarr. The Heat making their last shot. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Here he goes.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
The Wizards trail by 12. Poole left side. He got a piece of it. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. The Wizards have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Middleton, right side. Some solid D from Jaquez. And here's Miami. They're on a 17-5 run. Here's Hall. That one's true. He's now 9 of 10.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Pass to Carrington. 41 seconds left now in the first quarter. The Wizards with another miss.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Are you kidding me? Wow!
Amazing!
Man! And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And that one's good. Poole.
And Poole knocks that one down without worry.
Miami leading by 14. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Off target at the rim. And so it's Miami up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. A big difference in shooting percentages. The Wizards, Sarge checked in for Champagny. Gill comes in for George. And Chris Middleton is subbed in for Kispert. The Wizards trail by 9. We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Also Marcus Smart out there. Sarr out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Gill in at the 4. That's the group for Washington right now. Here's Coulibaly. Washington again can't hit.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
Pass to Gill. Middleton up top. Five to shoot. And that one drops.
Inside, Middleton's so dangerous, just a cunning scorer in the paint.
Here's Hall, defended by Smart. It's stolen by Smart. Outside Coulibaly. Rebound Miami. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
They really had a strong night shooting the basketball. They got hot and stayed hot.
Saw the box score the next day and thought about those percentages. They had guys just going off in that one. Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Back to Middleton. Some solid D from Jaquez. Miami leading by 11. Here's Hall. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. Oh, man. Between his size and mobility, Sarr is the perfect lob threat.
Here's Hall, defended by Smart. And Hall gets it to go. Hall's got 27. And so Middleton will bring it up for Washington. 11-point game. 24 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
That's great signs to see. Chris Middleton get up just like that.
Heat shooting great, 62% from the field and continuing to get it done. And Hall gets it to go.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so it's the Miami Heat closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be right back after this word.
Well, I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off.
All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian and.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Greg.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Hero and Jaquez Jr. are out on the perimeter. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Ware in at the center position. To the middle. Here's Sarr. Tipped. And he recovers it. And there's the slam dunk to... Finish it off. Heat leading by 11. Here's Hall. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Middleton outside. Pass to Carrington. It's Poole on the wing. 5 on the clock. Putting on the Jets, Jordan Poole, and a missed layup.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete, year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot.
Impressive!
Wow! Wow! That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch! That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big... exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. To the wing on the left. Back to Middleton. Shoots over Jaquez. And that one's good. Middleton's got 6.
Now working in the mid-range, Middleton finding some ways to play in between.
Here's Hall, guarded by Poole. And Hall gets it to go. Hall's got 8 points in the quarter.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's Carrington. He's scoreless. Here's Poole. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Hall. 37 points for him. That one falls.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Poole left side. Pass to Sarr. Rejected. Here's Hall. Give him 39. It's rebounded by George. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Carrington. George feels it out a bit. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
Oh, man, nice jam from Middleton. The veteran swingman understands when to go after dunks like that.
Adebayo passes to Hall. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to review the game plan. Well, Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span. So hard to envision that happening anytime soon. You got a long way to go.
Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Kispert from outside the arc. The shot comes out.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Hall. And too long on the shot. Wizards trail by 17. Now here's Coulibaly. To the paint. Here's Champagny. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And another area where Poole continues to work has just become a much more effective passer.
Here's Hall. Outside Robinson. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Hall. And he's got 41 now. And that one's good. Hall's got 43 points.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Here's Champagny. Kispert into the lane. And it's Miami with a rebound. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. And Hall gets it to go.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And so it's Miami, up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Their efficiency has been off the charts. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's
Washington ends up going with a new group. Going inside. Lays it up and banks it in. Hall's got 47 points.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
George out there with Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Jordan Poole. And it's Carrington in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Washington right now. Here's Hall. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Here's Poole. And Washington with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Poole floating in for the slam. He's electric.
Using those hops to attack the rim. Poole takes flight.
Heat leading by 10. Another one falls. Amazing. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Here's Poole. The rebound by Hall.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Kicks it out to Middleton. Pass to Sarr. And that comes off the assist by Middleton.
Yeah, in the lane there. I mean, that's easy money for Sarr.
Here's Hall, guarded by Poole. Beyond the arc. Counted from distance. Hall's got 56 in the game.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Middleton from the outside. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
How about Middleton saying, you take that, I got some payback for you right here.
Here's Hall, guarded by Poole.
Oh, my goodness.
A big finish right there.
Awesome. He wasn't satisfied just laying it up. He had to put something extra on it.
I can't believe what we just saw right there.
And this can deflate the other team. They need to answer back strong.
Count the basket.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Heat.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. And again.
And it's 60 points again for him. Can't believe he's done it 3 times.
That's right. And now he's tied for the 3rd most 60-point games in a single campaign. Now Middleton.
Who's watching it?
With the drive. The rebound by Ware. There's 39 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's Carrington. Pass to George.
Stay there.
Here's Carrington. Down low. Here's Middleton. And he banks in the layup. And Miami has possession. They led the game at one point by 20. And he drives in. And the powerful one-handed slam. 11 seconds left to play in the 4th. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say. It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
Good, MP.
How's y'all doing? Oh, he's good. Just got out of that puppy stage, so it's nice to kind of give him a shoulder.
Your family went to Orlando last week, right?
Showtime, MP. True ballers only.
Looking good, MP.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Kevin Harlan along. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now Sacramento starting five. DeRozan out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Malik Monk. Then it's Zach LaVine, and it's Jones in at the 5 down low. Monk, the pass to Lyles. And here's DeRozan. Jones with the screen on Hawkins. And it's DeRozan missing. And here are the Heat now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. I asked him what plan he had, if any, for Zach LaVine. He said, my focus is making sure he doesn't get any easy shots. We have to contest every attempt. It's about mitigating the damage, not preventing it. So it looks like he'll settle for just making LaVine work as hard as possible. Guys?
Thanks, David. Shot clock at 3. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And Monk is a good shooter from the mid-range. He's only going to get better the more he looks to shoot from there.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, guys. The Kings were not complacent this summer. They have added all-star DeMar DeRozan in a sign and trade. He brings even more firepower to an offense that was already among the league's best. And in the loaded Western Conference, the Kings knew they had to make moves to stay in the fight. DeRozan is one of the biggest signings in Kings franchise history, guys.
A tremendous addition. Shams, thanks for the update. Outside, LaVine. Monk outside. LaVine looking around. Jones with the screen. On Hero. LaVine can't hit.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Hall, that's good. Hall's got 9.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Left side, DeRozan. Misses the wing J.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink 1 of their first 5 shots.
Hall, and another basket for Miami.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
The Kings trail by 9. Outside LaVine. Jones dishes to DeRozan. Jones kicks to Lyles. Pass to DeRozan. Over Adebayo. Sacramento again missing.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Yeah, he's got great position, and it makes it a really tough shot, even from such close range.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. Timeout is called, first of the game for Sacramento. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
I mean, a tough one. Faced some serious intensity in terms of that comeback, and they just got overwhelmed in that fourth quarter. Unfortunately, just couldn't stay in the game long enough to force overtime.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Bam Adebayo. And Wiggins is subbed in for Jaime Hawkins. Ellis can't get it to go.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
And the shot goes in. 15 points for prime time.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to Ellis. Back to Monk. Can they get it? Excellent D there from Hall. The Heat leading by 13. Over Monk. Monk grabs the board. Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. Jones kicks to LaVine. Lyles sets a screen for LaVine. Drops in the tray.
You can see the work Levine has put in on his three-point shot. He is now a legit threat from deep.
Here's Hall. Monk defending. There's the drive. Rebound by the Kings. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
An interconference matchup. Last season, they went 2-0 against this club.
Monk can always give this team an infusion of energy with his shooting.
Fires it up. Got it. Top of the key, 2 from Hall. Hall's got 17.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Unloads from 13. Again, Sacramento.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
And so it's the Miami Heat holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And thanks again for... As he's checked in for Miami. Primetime comes in for Mitchell. Sacramento also making some changes. Jones checked in for Crowder. And Monk's subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. On the court for Sacramento. Monk is out there with Ellis. Then it's Jones. Then it's DeRozan. And it's LaRavia in at the 4 spot. The Heat leading by 10. And when you think about Andrew Wiggins, championship-level defender for sure.
He can get in a guy's shirt without fouling him. He has the lateral movement to keep ball handlers in front of him. Really tough to do, especially in isolation.
Outside DeRozan. Jones finds Monk. There's a screen. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Hall, and he drops it in from the low post. Hall's got 19 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Jaquez. The Kings have gone 1 of 3 at the line here. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Wiggins against Levine. On the wing, Monk. Lets a floater go. Down to 5 on the shot clock. DeRozan's shot is off.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
And the Heat get another bucket right there. 1:33 left in the first half. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Here's Hall driving in, and he gets the bucket. Hall's got the lead up to 14 now for the Heat.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. A different look for Miami. Ware's checked in, and Adebayo subbed in for Wiggins. Jones checked in for Sacramento. Ellis finds Levine. Sacramento moving it around. Fires from the wing, and Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Timeout called by the Kings. Sacramento making a switch here. LaRavia's checked in. The Kings trail by 16. Outside, Jones. Pass to Ellis. The 3 ball. And it's Miami with the rebound. That's the first of 6 played on the road. Hero passes to Hall. That one falls. Hall's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Levine, here we go. Makes it off the glass.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Heat as they end the second quarter on a 15-6 run. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
You take a look at the Heat, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Miami Heat.
Well, they're playing bully ball inside, so much so that...
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from primetime.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Now for an update on Malik Monk's injury, let's go to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Kings, and unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious. But he's already back in the game. Pretty tough guy, Kevin.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
Wing pairing will be Hero and Jaquez Jr. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's prime time. And it's Ware in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in. Whoa, look out! Goodness. Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you.
And what can't Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Pass to Wiles from deep. It's hauled in by Hero. Hero's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Hall into the lane, and that one good. Hall's got 37.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Levine kicks to Monk. Clock at 4. Lyles with a wide open look. Sacramento again missing.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
A strong inside scorer. Once Levine feels like he's got room to shoot, he does not hesitate.
Here's Hall, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Hall's got 10 points in just the second half.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. The Heat making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in, and the Kings also making a change. Ellis is checked in for Lyles. The Kings have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. For 3, Levine. Rebounded by Hall. And here are the Heat now. Big stretch here going 10-2. And another basket for Miami.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
And so Levine will bring it up now for the Sacramento Kings. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Sinks the three-pointer.
Encouraging to see DeMar DeRozan knock it down from 3. This helps open up the entire offense even more.
It's stolen by Monk. With the floater, Levine's shot is off.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Hall banked in off the glass. Hall's got 43 points.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Ellis outside. Wiggins against Levine. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Here's Hall. Rebound by the Kings. Outside, Levine. Monk outside. Screen by Jones. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul. Nikola Jovic. The Kings trail by 21. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. We've got DeRozan. Carter out there with Fultz. Then it's Ellis. And it's LaRavia in at center. And the shot goes in from Fultz.
And this is an area that you like to see Fultz work on. If he can develop a consistent mid-range jumper, it's over for the rest of the league.
Here's Hall. And a missed layup. Miami leading by 19 points. And that one is good. Hall's got 45 points.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's LaRavia. Back to Ellis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot. 2 here. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. And this year's draft class considered to be one of the weaker classes in recent years.
I don't believe in a such thing as a weak draft class. There is always going to be a player or multiple players that stand out. Understand, even if you're drafting 60 players, if 5 of them turn out to be legitimate players, that's a good draft class.
Here's Hall. Basket counts. Hall's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. DeRozan finds Fultz. The shot, no good. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Now, passing isn't the strongest part of Wiggins' game, but he is far from a selfish scorer.
The Kings shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Here's Fultz. Tries again. Jaquez with the rebound. Miami leading by 23. Here's Hall. Connects again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Outside DeRozan. Timeout called by the Kings. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league,
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Outside DeRozan. Files a screen on Wiggins. Here's DeRozan. Lays it up and banks it in. DeRozan's got 6 here in this quarter.
From the wing position, DeMar DeRozan is one of the best at finishing through contact.
Here's Hall. Driving to the basket.
he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Pass to Monk. Now Levine, guarded by Robinson. Piles a screen on Robinson. For 3, Levine. It's hauled in by the Heat. Hall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Robinson finds Anderson. Hall nails the baby hook. Hall's got 56 points in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Miami.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? My strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, oh. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, oh. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you